Here we are at Heritage Music on 14th Street Southwest to talk about the new album from The Strokes. They're finally back after 5 years. 5 years after the release of First Impressions of the Earth, the new album is called Angles. Now, The Strokes are probably the most successful band made up of rich kids in the history of rock. Julian Casablancas' dad's name is John. You might have heard of the Elite Model Agency. John owned it. Julian grew up with some cash. Albert Hammond Jr.'s dad is Albert Hammond Sr. Quite famous, wrote some of the greatest songs in the history of music, including To All the Girls I've Loved Before, that Julio Iglesias made famous. Now, kind of an interesting story. These two guys met when Julian was sent to a boarding school in Switzerland so that he could resolve his drinking issues. He was a teenager at the time. There, he met Albert Hammond Jr. They formed a band. You have The Strokes. I'm not sure if he ever did resolve those drinking issues, but into their early 20s, they released Is This It? It became one of the biggest debut albums of all time. NME Magazine actually named it the album of the decade, and now they've got one of the most anticipated albums of the year. It's their 4th studio album, and it's called Angles. Now keep your fingers crossed, but the Strokes have not announced any arena dates yet. However, they are playing a few music festivals, including the Coachella Festival, middle of April in Indio, California. If you'd like to go, listen to my morning show. Taking a bunch of listeners. We'd like it if you came along. Hoping that the new Dr. Dre album is going to be out very soon. We're eagerly awaiting that. I'm going to take a crack at the new Duran Duran album as well, but I'm not making any promises. So until then, thanks a lot for watching, and please keep buying music.